Hi, welcome to another episode of Pop-Up Studio Live. Hi and welcome to the Pop-Up Studio. Today I've got a printmaker and illustrator who is so talented, and her name is Rhi Moxon. Hello Rhi.
Hello.
So you're a Wrexham girl, born and bred?
Yeah.
And you are currently doing what you love, which is making these gorgeous prints on cushions and material. How did you get started with that?
Well, it all came about, I studied illustration in Wrexham, and then I went off, tried a few different things, ended up studying in Poland, moved back to the area last year and got involved with the Oriel Wrexham at a project called the Designer Maker Project.
Oriel Wrexham, for people that don't know about it, what do they do specifically?
Well, Oriel basically is just the Welsh word for gallery, so it's the main gallery in Wrexham, and they do all sorts of things. They moved off-site last year, so they don't have a physical gallery as such now, and a lot of what they do is in the community and trying to engage with lots of people. So the Designer Maker Project was a community arts project that I got involved with and has kind of started the ball rolling for me in all sorts of ways.
Where did you study in Wrexham? I
studied at Glyndŵr University. I went to the art school and studied illustration there.
Okay. Yeah. So when you left university, you went to Poland.
Yeah.
And you met two interesting women, didn't you?
Did
you meet them?
I didn't quite meet them. I kind of invented two interesting. I met lots of interesting people and lots of wonderful women. And I was really inspired by the kind of the older generation, the grandmothers that I met over there, and the culture, the cuisine that's getting passed down, and they're very traditional and they're very modern as well, but the traditions are something that they hold very dearly. And
the traditional food is tasty in Poland as well.
It's really good. I was a bit obsessed with the Polish food. So
what was your favourite?
I know it's a bit of a cliche to say pierogi, but
I don't know what that is.
Pierogi,
they're
amazing. They're just like, it's just carbicide. It's brilliant.
Carbicide?
Yeah.
So it's like a hangover food?
Well, you could say that. It's like Polish stuffed dumplings. So it's basically a pastry dough stuffed with mashed potato and cheese or meat and cabbage. And
amazing.
There's a Polish pierogi restaurant in Wrexham actually called Dumplings. Yeah.
It doesn't sound like they're sending the Slimming World people there.
No. Although I was quite impressed whilst I was there how light some of the Polish cooking can be, because it has got the reputation of being very hearty, keeping you going through the cold winters. And actually a lot of it was sort of chopped salads and quite light, because they have lovely warm summers there, and chodnik, which is a Polish cold beetroot soup, is beautiful. It's really nice.
When you were in Poland, you had this idea to create the cookbook, which is called something I can't.
I came back and I created. It was my final project in university, and it was called Babcia's Kitchen, which basically just means grandmother's kitchen, and it was inspired by the kind of the traditional versus the traditional on one side and the more contemporary lifestyle on the other. So it was two grandmothers. One of them was very traditional, lived in an old kind of country cottage, had a lot more time on her hands to sort of roll out the pastry dough and that kind of thing, whereas the other grandma is a little bit more modern and still working and on the go. She lives in Krakow and kind of takes shortcuts in her cooking. So it was showing these two sides to Poland through their cooking. So I illustrated the recipes, I researched and then made a lot of the recipes and wrote
You did a lot of eating during this
creation. I did a lot of
eating.
Probably more eating than drawing, to be fair. And illustrated the recipes, and then I created a little cookbook that I did the cover and hand stitched it.
Oh wow!
So I should have brought it, but
we'll have a look online, because people can find you at rhimoxon.com.
Rhimoxon.com,
And you're on Twitter.
I am, yeah.
Now I want to talk about Twitter because I think that Twitter is an amazing business networking tool. And I say business in the loosest form, like anyone who is a creative or does something that they love and makes money from it, they're in business.
Yeah.
So you have actually made quite a few connections, including, like, we met via Twitter. You saw the advert for Pop-Up Studio Live. What other connections have you made on there?
Well, it's quite funny that you ask about that, because I don't think I'm a natural tweeter.
I think you're very good, actually.
But a lot of things pop up on their job opportunities.
Yeah.
And one of the kind of big one for me being that the Oriole put out a call for artists for the Designer Maker project. And I applied for it and I got chosen, and I did that project, and that's just led on to project after project for me. It's brilliant. So a lot of
So that's like a whole job opportunity.
That's basically all of my last year's work has kind of come from that.
Because you came back from Poland and you said that you weren't sure whether you were going to get any freelance work, whether you thought you might have to sign on. It's all like our biggest fears, isn't it? Of when you move, that there's going to be no work there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Twitter stepped in, networked on there, and you got your opportunity with the Designer Maker project.
Yeah.
And for anyone that doesn't know about that, it's designer/maker. It's based in Wrexham, and
we've got a blog for it. It's the designermakerproject.tumblr.com.
Right.
And it's a project with Oriole Wrexham and Advanced Brighter Futures, which are a mental health charity based in Wrexham. They do really, really good work. Yeah. So it's the Designer Makers are a group of adults accessing mental health services, and the idea is that over 6 weeks or so, we create a range of homewares using their designs and illustrations a lot of the time based on things around us. So the first Designer Maker project had a lot to do with Welsh mythology and Welsh folklore.
Hang on, we've got something here. So this, tell me about this.
These pieces we made with a local potter called Sarah Jane Harper.
Yeah.
And she created the ceramics, and the group responded to the themes of Welsh folklore. So we looked at the Mabinogion, the stories of the Mabinogion, and kind of Welsh love spoons and those sorts of ideas.
I love that, because Welsh love spoons are so traditional over here, but nobody. I haven't seen much done with it in a modern way. But this is just, I love this. This is beautiful. And I love the fact they match.
A lot of it was
taking these with me.
Yeah, we used a very tight colour palette to tie it all together. A lot of the designs were sort of about the symbols on the love spoons themselves have a lot of really strong symbology. So the horseshoe meaning luck, and sort of circles for unity, and those kind of romantic sort of symbols, which kind of came through in the work.
It sounds like a great project. I think
when doing it.
what is it that you love about it?
I think it's quite nice to watch the ideas grow. These are people that haven't got a background in design or art. Some of them maybe they have done quite a bit of drawing in the past, but most of them haven't picked up a pencil since school. So it's really nice to prove to people that you don't need to be an excellent drawer, an excellent draftsperson to do it. You just need to have a bit of vision and a bit of confidence, and to see their drawings translate from the sketchbooks and then being screen printed onto the transfer paper, then applied onto the ceramics. It was just amazing to see the look on their faces when they saw them back from the kiln. It really looks like a professional object. It was nice to see the journey of the artwork from being on paper to the finished.
You can actually compare the journey of artwork to journey of business as well, because anything that you do, any project, any business idea you have, everybody has that insecurity in the beginning, and you kind of have to put pen to paper and try it and see how it looks. You know, the Popup Studio Live, it was just like a blank white room last week, and you have to have ideas and trust that you might get it wrong, it might go right, but you're doing something, and once you start building it, it can work out, and you suddenly end up with a product like this.
And it gives you a great boost of confidence once you've done it once. You have that vision for the next time.
I think it pushes your imagination when things work. You start thinking, well, what else can I do? And it makes you more creative. I think I'm sure there's a saying about that, but I do think the more creativity you put out, the more you get back as well.
It does. The ball starts rolling, and things just kind of go ahead of their own fruition then.
And so has it been like a straight line,
No.
the journey for you? No?
Absolutely
You're
not,
like, no,
no.
it definitely has.
No, I did a lot of art in school, but I didn't complete my A-levels. I wanted to go and do politics. So I went to Cardiff University, did politics and Spanish, did a year of that, and then decided that that was not for me. Came back here, did illustration, and then moved to Liverpool, worked in cafes and things there. And then
What made you go, why did you go to Liverpool?
I think in my head I thought, bigger city, there'd be more opportunities.
Yeah.
And there were. I made loads of great connections, and it really opened my eyes to a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I'd say, to be honest, that more opportunities have come my way since moving back to Wrexham.
Have they?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny you should say that, because I've been in London for the last 7 years. And I've brought the pop-up experience, which seems to be happening all over the place in London.
Yeah.
Like, we even have an app on where you can rent a pop-up space.
Yeah.
But I've come home to Wrexham, and some people know what a pop-up is, but it's sort of like not that well known. But the community is so strong in Wrexham. The project got off the ground because literally everybody just helped out with it. They got on board. I had to like borrow things. I had to like, you know, try and get people to bring hay bales, and I had to call Jeff the farmer and like, please can I have some hay bales, I'm doing like a farm theme. And it's because of the communication.
Yeah,
and
there is a really strong community, and the Designer Maker project was testament to that, because it was a collaboration between the gallery and this Advanced Brighter Futures. But we also used resources at the university, at the Regional Print Centre, kind of everywhere we could. We borrowed a kiln from the potter who made the ceramics.
Testament to businesses working together rather than competing as well. I think you get a lot more out of it if you say, we might be on a similar path here, but how can we help each other, you know?
Absolutely. There is a nice feeling of community.
Yeah,
it is a good place to work.
Well, I'll be seeing you and tweeting you on Wrexham Hour on Wednesday night, because we're always on the Wrexham Hour between 8 and 9, and we're going to be doing it live in the studio then. So
brilliant.
Thanks so much for sharing your creative insights with us, and good luck with everything. I can't wait to see how this all goes. I'm going to be following you on Twitter and seeing where the journey goes next. Rhi Moxon in Pop-Up Studio Live.